Hi students, now I will discuss about formation of stationary waves and the transverse laws. In case of stationary waves, two waves of same amplitude and frequency traveling in opposite direction superimpose to form a stationary wave. In case of stationary waves, by the superposition of two waves traveling in opposite direction, loops are formed. Let us consider two waves, let us say y1 and y2. They are traveling in opposite direction. Let us say, for that, let us consider a string fixed between two rigid ends. If we pluck the string, a wave is generated from A to B and it travels from A to B. It is denoted by y1. After reaching the terminal B, the fixed end B, the wave gets reflected. Because it is a rigid boundary, the phase difference between incident and reflected ray is 180 degrees, that is pi radians. So the wave is reflected. By the superposition of incident and reflected waves, loops are formed. It causes formation of stationary wave. A progressive wave can be represented by the equation y is equal to a sin kx plus or minus omega t. We will take minus value when the wave is progressing from left to right, that is in positive x direction. We will take plus value when the wave is reflected, that is the wave is traveling from right to left, that is in negative x direction. So y1 is equal to a sin kx minus omega t, because y1 is moving from A to B towards positive x direction, and y2 is equal to a sin kx plus omega t, which is a reflected wave. By the superposition principle, of waves, we can write y is equal to y1 plus y2, that is equal to a sin kx minus omega t plus a sin kx minus omega t. By taking common a, we will write a sin kx minus omega t plus sin kx plus omega t. So the bracket term, the terms in the bracket is like sin of a minus b plus sin of a plus b. The formula for sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b is 2 sin a cos b. So we can write a into 2 sin a means kx, cos b means omega t. So 2a sin kx cos omega t is the resultant wave by the superposition of two progressive waves. This wave is called as a stationary wave. This wave is called as a stationary wave. Here 2a sin kx gives the amplitude of stationary wave. Amplitude of stationary wave. So this amplitude depends on the kx value. Amplitude depends on kx value. If kx is equal to 0, if kx is equal to 0, then sin 2a sin 0 is equal to 0. In the same way, if kx is equal to pi, 2 pi, so on n pi. Then 2a sin 0 or 2a sin pi or 2a sin 2 pi all are zeros, hence here node is formed because amplitude is 0. Kx is equal to, if kx is equal to pi by 2, sine of pi by 2 is 1. 1 into 2a is 2a. So for kx is equal to pi by 2, in the same way 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, so on n plus 1 by 2 into pi, the term 2a sin kx will become 2a because the sine term becomes 1. So at antinode the amplitude is maximum, at node the amplitude is 0. Here the points are called as nodes. These points are called as nodes and these points are called as antinodes. At antinode the amplitudes are added. A plus a is equal to 2a. Amplitude is 2a, a plus a. At node the amplitudes are subtracted, a minus a. So at node amplitude is 0. Here constructive interference and here destructive interference taking place. Let us consider a stationary wave with 2 loops. If a stationary wave is formed with 2 loops, then 3 nodes and 2 antinodes are formed as shown in the figure. Here this point is called as node and this is also node and this is also node. Here the amplitude is 0 and at antinodes the amplitude is maximum. The distance between node and node is lambda by 2 and the distance between antinode and antinode is lambda by 2 and the distance between antinode and node is lambda by 4. In the same way, the distance between node and antinode is also lambda by 4. The distance between node and node is lambda by 2. In the same way, the distance between antinode and antinode is also lambda by 2. And the distance between antinode and node is lambda by 4. Or we can say the distance between node and antinode is also lambda by 4. That's all.